Good morning. I'm Bruce Himmelblau with Blue Sky Video Productions.
I'm Dave Verbeten, owner and senior coach at Peak Performance Action Coach Business Coaching, where we help business owners overcome their challenges with time, team, and money.
Excellent. So today we're going to have a full show, lead generation. This is probably the show that everybody really needs or wants to watch.
You know, there's two things that, well, it's usually more than that. Aside from helping business owners and their teams overcome specific problems and challenges that arise, you know, any day, any week, we certainly help business owners and we facilitate getting to the solution in that because of all the experiences we've had. We generally have a sense for where or how that problem can be solved. But at the foundation of where we see things beginning to erode in the business, they tend to center on two things. One is my marketing and sales. It's same old, doing the same old thing, not even sure if it's working. In fact, just had a client the other day, we documented and wrote down all of the money that's being spent on certain things. And of course, the natural question is, so what are you getting from that? Mm-hmm. And the response was, I don't know. And so
they're not measuring it?
They're not measuring. Okay, so we said, well, okay, we're going to change that. We have to change that. So we put together a system and a process, a procedure for measuring that. So that's the one thing. It's lead generation and making sure that we're spending the money the right way. And are we actually conducting the most effective lead gen strategies that we can? And so
because a lot of times a lead isn't necessarily a lead, just someone who responds to an offer may not be a potential client.
Well, and so we'll take you through that, the fundamentals of that this morning real quick. But where we start to begin with is to say, well, what's my target market? What's my A list of clients? Because those are the ones that I want.
Yep.
Then the second thing that comes up in businesses by the business owner and even their staff is time management. So if you think about the two things that we tend to, you can never escape, is the whole notion of marketing and sales strategies, disciplines, and measurement.
And marketing and sales are actually two different things because people usually clump them together as one thing.
Yeah, they're really two different things. It's like a race where one person has to hand off the baton to the other person who's going to then do the next rally run. Mm-hmm. They're separate disciplines, but they have to be married. So we can talk about that. Generally speaking, that's an organizational strategy, but it's also a mental thing for the business owner at the end of the day to say, wait a second, I can't have this person over here doing their thing and this person over here in the sales side doing independently separate thing, because that does not work. That does not work. But it all starts, and we'll get to that in a second here, is some fundamentals on lead generation. But then time management, always, if it doesn't come up as an issue because it's unrecognized at the moment by the business owner.
And time management would be what? Follow-up and keeping track of everything that comes in?
Well, and it's in general, how do I plan my day and my week?
Okay, so if you're getting enough leads in, how are we fulfilling those leads?
Well, yes, and so on your calendar, your absolute to-do list, which I still believe in, except that there's a whole lot of background information on to-do lists, and I don't want to get sidetracked here because we're not talking about time management today, is there's a day and a time every day that should be dedicated to lead generation, marketing, follow-up, and sales. And then, of course, the execution piece.